Welcome back to Zizo TV, your number one stop for juicy, bingeable, trendy stories. Now, Billy Kipkorir Chemirmir, 48, is described by his relatives and the residents of Kabunyoni village in Eldama Ravine, Baringo County as an introvert who kept to himself. He is a son to a senior colonial era chief. He was raised in Solai and schooled in Nakuru. He is the eighth born in a family of 9 children. So after completing high school, Billy stayed home in Kabunyoni, where residents say he spent most of his time in local bars drinking, and soon after, one of his elder sisters, who had moved to the US earlier on, secured him a visa, and Billy moved to the United States in Texas in the year 2003, where he has been living up to date. Now, Billy Kipkorir Chemirmir began trial early this week for his third murder out of 22. Yes, you heard me right. He is accused of killing 22 people in a 2-year period, and this was between 2016 and 2018 in the state of Texas. Chemirmir is already serving a life sentence for one of the murders after being found guilty in April. So they are going to make him stand trial for each specific murder that he is accused of. And if convicted, Chemirmir will get another life sentence without the possibility of parole as he awaits his other trials. Now, what most people found baffling about Chemirmir's case was not how he was able to commit such a vast number of murders within the same vicinity undetected, but his choice of victims and the methods he was using to kill them. All his victims were elderly people living in retirement homes or in private homes where he apparently posed as a home caregiver or a technician sent to repair an appliance. Those who were unlucky enough to open the door for him were suffocated by being smothered with a pillow and robbed of their jewelry. During this period, police in Texas had been investigating mysterious deaths of a number of old women whose last known location was the Walmart supermarket. Now, one of the women, 81-year-old Luthi Harris, who Chemirmir was found guilty of murdering back in April, was found dead in her home in Dallas back in 2018. CCTV footage collected from Walmart supermarket showed Chemirmir was present in Walmart at the same time Harris was there, and he left shortly after the old lady had left. In his second case, Martha Williams, who was found dead in a retirement community, was also spotted in Walmart supermarket on the day she disappeared, and just like in the first case, Chemirmir was also spotted in the supermarket. The relatives of the victims, after failing to find them on phone, would assume that their loved ones had died naturally of old age, since there were no signs of strangulation or forced entry into their homes. By this time, Chemirmir will be long gone and probably on his next victim. The relatives of the victims, after failing to find them on phone, would assume that their loved ones had died naturally of old age, since there were no signs of strangulation or forced entry into their homes. By this time, Chemirmir will be long gone and probably on his next victim. Chemirmir would never have been found if one of his victims did not miraculously survive after being suffocated with a pillow back in 2018. The survivor, who has since died, recounted to police in a video set to be presented before the court how Chemirmir attacked her. Mary Annis Bartel had, like most of Chemirmir's victims, arrived at her house from shopping at the serial killer's favorite hunting ground, Walmart, when a man forced his way into her house and tried to smother her with a pillow. Chemirmir, thinking he had snapped the life out of Bartel, escaped from the house, leaving the door open as he had always done. Luckily, one of Bartel's friends was on her way to visit and found her friend unconscious. She survived and told the police what had happened. When arrested the next day, police found in CHEMIRMIR's house a jewelry box which Bartel's children positively identified as belonging to their mother. Also found in his house were documents belonging to some of his other victims. His case had been cited by Twitter pundits and media outlets as an example of why the United States needs tougher immigration laws. The serial murder suspect is a Kenyan immigrant, and some have suggested that he overstayed a visa illegally. But CHEMIRMIR is not an unauthorized immigrant. According to a statement from the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, he has a permanent resident status. CHEMIRMIR stated recently during an interview that he moved to the US in 2003, where he sold cars and worked as a senior caregiver. In 2004, he married in Denton County. The couple divorced in Dallas County in 2006. CHEMIRMIR has a criminal background. He was arrested in 2010 and 2011 for driving while under the influence. In 2012, he was again arrested on a family violence charge and sentenced to 70 days in the Dallas County Jail. In June 2016, CHEMIRMIR would again be arrested for criminal trespass. This was after he got caught trying to get into a high-end senior people living complex, where it is believed he had killed 2 women 2 months before. He was sentenced to Dallas, Texas jail for 70 days but was released on good behavior after just 12 days. According to US immigration laws, those charges weren't enough to have Mr. CHEMIRMIR deported. Anyways, that is it for now. We'll be seeing you soon with more content. Keep it locked. Bye.